Guys, just 2 more seconds to go in this chapter. This section 2.5, solving compound inequalities. A compound sentence is what sentence with more than one idea. Compound inequality is the same. You're just joining two different things. So if you look at these first few things, generally our inequalities just start off at one point and go all the way to the left or all the way to the right, and we make our decision about a filled-in circle or an empty circle. If you look at this, if you look at these three, none of them are going off in any direction. They're very specific. They're in the middle of two fixed points, right? Moving on. If you look at this, then our solutions are now, instead of being joined in the middle, they are going off in directions, but they're actually going off in both directions. And the circles can have a variety of filled or openness. So we're just going to move in, and I'm just going to show you some examples. A number u is less than 7 and greater than 3. So a compound inequality, which there was a definition earlier, but it's not a big deal. A compound inequality is an inequality with an and or an or. So it just means that there's more than one element to this. So a number u is less than 7 and greater than 3. So it has to be, when it's an and, it has to be both those things at the same time. When it's an or, it's a little more, it's definitely more open-ended. It can go one of two ways, that being the left or the right. So if we look at this, less than 7 and greater than 3, let's just set up our number line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 right there is less than 7. So less than, do we have an equal? No. Greater than 3, does that one have an equal? No. And then it says less than 7, which is to the left of 7, and greater than 3. So we're just going to kick this up a little bit, make it obvious. Do you see any arrows? No, because there are none. All right, so this is a visual or a graphic or a number line representation of this sentence. A number u is less than 7, so it's empty because it's not equal to, and greater than 3. That is also empty because there's no equal to, so it's between 3 and 7. If you think about it, and let's just pick one of those numbers in there to replace this sentence with. Just to go right in the middle, 5. Number 5 is less than 7 and greater than 3. Is that true? Yes, 5 is less than 7 and greater than 3. Same goes for 4, same goes for 6, and same goes for all the decimals between 3 and 7. Okay? We can go ahead and move on. A number d is less than -2. So we know -2 is going to be in here. -2, -3. Or greater than or equal to 2. So that's definitely going to have a filled circle. So let's go here. Greater than or equal to 2. So let's do that first. Greater than or equal to 2. Again, 3 is greater than 2, so we can go to the right. Or less than -2. Less than no equal, so we're just going to be empty circle, and there is your representation for. So let's see, let's pick any of these numbers that are part of our solutions. Let's say 4. A number 4 is less than -2. Is that true? No. Or greater than or equal to 2. Well, it is greater than or equal to, it's just greater than 2, so it still fits. It says or, it means it only has to be one of these things. It has to be less than -2, or it has to be greater than or equal to 2. So if we look at -4, -4 is less than 2. That's the only requirement it needs to make, and it does. So we're good. A number s is no less than. No less than. That means it could be equal to -2.4. No less than. Another way to say it is not less than. So let's just say -2.4. There's a point there. -2.4, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And you could say, I mean, like visually, it would have to be on here. So I will show you that way actually. So I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to say this is -2 and -3. So no less just means not less, which is another way of saying greater than or equal to 2.4. So let's just say this is 2.4 is almost 2.5. So let's just say that's this part right here, -2.4. Okay, and it's filled in. So I'll do our little duty and make a little circle. 2.4 and fewer or less than 4.2. Let's say that's 4/5. That's going to be an empty circle. Let's say right there. It's to the right of 4. This is an and, so they'll be joined in the middle. Notice that I'm pulling the circle is past 4. It's 4.2. Okay. If you need to label it like I labeled -2.4, you know, that's not a bad idea either. That really shows that you understand what's happening, and that 4 is between 4 and 5, but closer to 4 than 5. A number C. So if you see something that says or, pretty safe bet it's going to go in different directions. If it says and, they're probably going to go in going into the middle or between two numbers. More than -4. More than -4, or at most. If something is at most, that means it cannot be more than that, right? So again, let's just say -8, -7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's just stop there. More than or equal to, or just more than? Just more than. So we're not worried about that filling it in or anything like that. More than 4. Or at most, that means it could be -6.5, but that's at top. So at most is like right here. Let's label it 6, -6.5. Instead of making a little circle here, we'll just pretend that is my circle because, well, it looks kind of circular. You can make a nicer one. And at most means it cannot be more than that, so it has to be less than that or equal to. So boom, boom. Number C is no less than. So again, not less. Not less means, I'm going to write this out too actually. Not less equals, well, first it says no less, so you have to put it to yourself. Not less equals greater than or equal to. So a number C is not less than -1.5. So -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1/3. You can label it yourself. 5.3. 5.3. Let's say it's right there. Less than means it's an empty circle. Oh boy, pretend I gotta make an empty circle. I'm actually gonna make it smaller to make it well realistic. 5.3. How about there? Not less than -1.5. Greater than or equal to -1.5. So I will go right here, and it is filled. So I'll just fill it in. This is -1.5. And it's an and, so they're just going to go ahead and meet each other. Just like that. That's number 5. Solving inequalities involves, well, now we have 2 inequalities in one. All right, and so I said earlier, if you do it on one side, you got to do it to the other side. Now it's if you do it on one side, you got to do it to all 3 sides. So to get x by itself, I got to add this 3, but now I have a left, a middle, and a center. I already did it in the middle, so now I got to do it on the right and the left. So I have 7 less than x less than equal to 10, which means that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The 7 has no equal sign, so we can leave it empty. The 10 does have an equal sign, so we will fill it. and then they will just go in between like that. It's an and, so yeah. Here, we've got to divide, on number 7, we've got to divide everything by -5. But what happens when you divide by negative? All the signs switch, right? So let's see here. We got -3 is equal to or greater than, or equal to or less than, sorry, G is equal to or less than 2. So because of the equals, then we will be having what kind of circles? Full circles. So again, just -3, +2, fill, uh-oh, no! How do I undo that? There. And then join them. This is an or, so now we gotta worry about 2 different ones, and they are not gonna be pointing in the same direction, I don't think. Well, I guess we'll find out. -4, -4. Z is less than -2, and then that's 1, so you're probably -2 right there, and it's gonna go to the left. Divide both of these by -3, 7. Divided by negatives, so you gotta swap. 7 is greater than 9. So, oh boy, so we have 7 is greater than 9 and 7 is less than -2, okay? I'm just gonna move down and graph it. Less than -2, greater than 9. Less than -2, greater than 9. So let's say -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On your own, on your actual book, you should probably start -2 over here, and then that way you will just have to add 1, or you could just go by 2's as well. Less than -2, no equal sign, so empty circle, boom, greater than 9. So this is 9, this is our 9. I'll make it very clear, this is our 9 right here. And we're going to the right because it's greater than. That's number 8. Okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. -6. So 10 to -6 is 4, and we're going to have to divide it by 2. So I'll say t is less than 2. And we are going to subtract 7. -t is less than or equal to -5. We're going to have to divide by -1. When you divide by a negative, sign swaps. So equal to or greater than 5 or less than 2. So this is an or. They're going to go in different directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 6. Equal to or greater than. Again, I guess I made the circle too small. That's better. Of course. Greater than to the right. What's the other one? T is less than 2, so empty circle, and to the left. Here we will distribute this. 6 times 1 divided by 3 is 2. 24 times 1 is 24, divided by 3 is 8. So to all these sides, well, I'm going to show you. We have to subtract 8. So we're going to start off by subtracting 8. -8 minus 8 minus 8. And then after that, we're also going to divide by 2. So -16, 2x, 4, divide everything by 2. So I'm just going to do this shorthand. I'm not going to write 3 different fractions because my hand's getting a little tired. I got -8, less than x less than or equal to 4. So let's say -8. Let's go by 2s to make sure we have space this time. -6, -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, 6. Alright, at the 4 we have an equal sign, so that's got to be filled. At the -8 we do not. And the x is in the middle, which means this is an and. And it goes like that. That's it. Oof. Okay, so that's it for solving and graphing compound inequalities. If you do it on one side, it's not just you got to do it on the other side. You got to do it on all other sides. And if you divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, every symbol must be swapped. So here, we're just gonna distribute the 2. So you have -60 less than or equal to 2h minus 100, and I will give you verbal directions. You will add 100 to all 3 sides, and then you will divide everything by 2. So we're doing that bit right here. And because I'm tired of writing it, I will just tell you we are going to divide everything by 2. Man, I forget some of you guys are going to be watching this without sound, so I will do that. Alright, that's it for section, I can't even remember what section we're on. I believe that's 2.5. We got one more section to go before the end of the chapter. I hope you've understood everything up till now. Compound inequalities. And is going in towards each other. Ors are facing opposite directions. And yeah, they can have a variety of open or filled circles, empty or filled circles. And that's it. Hope you understood it. If you didn't, or if you still have some questions, ask me or your teacher.